Welcome travelers, Flowcat here. One of you asked me to make a video on energy generation and how to design your team rotations with that in mind. So that's what today's video is about. Also, I spent yesterday redoing my intro and outro. They're looking pretty new and spiffy. I hope you enjoy them. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Welcome to the video. Before we get started, there's just a few basic rules about energy generation that I want to go over. First of all, the color of the orb corresponds to its element, and units will gain more energy from orbs of their element. The white orbs you get from attacking enemies and depleting their health are generic, and everyone gets the same energy for them. And lastly, the unit on field will receive more energy than anyone else on your team. With those basic concepts in mind, let's go over some in-game footage while I go into more detail. And here we are. I'm sure at least a few of you saw this one coming. Xinqiu is one of those units whose utility and damage is mostly locked behind his burst. For that reason, many people figured out energy generation tech for him super early on. You'll notice here that I use his E first, and then I Q directly after so that I can catch all the energy particles from his first E. His best in slot weapon is the sacrificial sword because it often resets his E and allows you to do another one. And doing that second one will almost entirely recharge his burst for the next time around. This guarantees that you will have 100% uptime on Xinqiu's burst. That being said, this kind of energy generation tech is not exclusive to Xinqiu. Next, we're going to look at Chongyun and Diona specifically. Chongyun and Diona are an extremely good duo because they provide cryo-resonance, as well as a variety of utility, buffs, healing, and Chongyun can provide nuke damage with his burst. So just watch this first example real quick. Here you'll notice that Diona was able to catch a few of Chongyun's particles, and then she does her E and catches the particles from that, giving her a nice boost of energy. Next, watch this example. Here you'll see that Diona was late in casting her burst and wasn't able to catch any energy from Chongyun. This will limit her ult's uptime. In this last example, I'd like to show you some energy generation tech for Chongyun and Diona as a duo. First, I start with Chongyun's burst. You'll notice that he's able to catch a white particle from the enemy taking damage before he even swaps over. Then, swap over to Diona, catch the particles, and use her hold E. With an energy recharge weapon, this is often enough to charge her burst entirely within one rotation. Lastly, I'd just like to show that when you generate energy particles, the longer they move, the faster they move. You'll notice that here, the energy particles are moving pretty slow, but watch at this point, they pick up speed a lot. So just keep that in mind when you're trying to catch the particles on your units. Dashing away can sometimes be helpful, but dashing away can also just make the energy particles move towards you faster. So that's pretty much all of the basic information about energy generation and designing team rotations. I gave you a couple examples of commonly used energy generation tech, and at this point it's basically up to you to mess around with things and design your own tech for your units to make sure that you're able to have your bursts up when you need them. That'll bring us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment down below if this video helped you or what you learned, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm new, I'm trying to grow, and I'm trying to build a supportive community for my Discord. Link in the description if you're interested. And as always, stay healthy, stay hydrated, peace.